Hello and a really warm welcome to this week's masterclass. So here we are, it must be Wednesday at midday. I'm delivering my weekly masterclass and I've got one with a super long title this week. So today we're going to be talking about the number one strategy that significantly increases your success that everybody forgets about until it's too late. But that's not going to be the case once you have listened to this masterclass. So it is quite a mouthful. Really good at really long titles, aren't I? But I think this is such an important strategy, it really is. And I really wanted it to be quite impactful when I actually shared the title of it, because I do feel that this is a strategy that we all know about. However, the evidence is that we kind of forget about doing it, and that doesn't have to be the case after today. I shared this recently in my last live event, which was last autumn. Feels recently, but obviously quite a while ago now. And you could see the pennies dropping. You could see everybody going, aha, and having one of those moments. So I'm hoping that you have this too. So remember, what I'm sharing today is not it's not nuclear science. You have probably heard this. You have maybe even done this. However, what I see, as I said, the evidence that I see is that people forget about this until it's too late. And I don't want that for you, because actually, if you are smart with this strategy, you won't be running around trying to implement it. And when you have implemented it in advance, it means that your results are way better than they are going to be when you try to either implement this fast or you try to implement it just before you get into a launch. So this is what I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to share with you how you can maximize your launches and how you can have people who are waiting to come and work with you, and how you can create such a buzz about you and your business that actually people get off the bottoms and come and contact you about how they can come and work with you. And this is what we all want, isn't it? We all want ease and grace in our business. We all want it to feel really easy, but we are led to believe that business is really hard and you've got to put some really complicated things in place. And I think we get all caught up in the shoulds and other people's formulas and frameworks and blueprints and all that jazz. And actually, business can be really easy and really, really graceful. And that's what I want. And I'm sure that's what you want as well. So, making money in your business doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be difficult. And I'm going to break it down for you today in this super, super, super focus masterclass. I'm just going to have a cup of tea actually as well. So let's go. Let's get into this content. So this is the missing strategy. As I said, I see lots of people either forgetting to do it or running around at the last minute trying to implement it, and when it's kind of too late, when you cannot implement it at that point. But if you were actually implementing it early in your business, you would get way better results. You'd be less stressed, and going into a launch would feel easier and better. And using this strategy, you're going to have people waiting to work with you. They're going to be on your wait list. They're going to be waiting for your next offer to drop. And you're going to have people who will be motivated to come and work with you as well. And it's going to lead to your launches that you're going to be doing throughout 2019 to actually feel a lot easier. So what is this strategy? Right, it's about ensuring that you grow your audience every single day, that you have a strategy in place that allows you to attract in new people into your audience every single day. And that's where this is just where you have a strategy that allows you to get seen and heard by your soulmate clients. When what I see happening in reality, because we all know this, so I said it wasn't going to be anything that's going to make you fall off your chair because you've never heard it before. You have heard it's been said all the time that you need to grow your audience every day. But what I see happening is that people are like, right, I'm going to get into a launch. I'm going to launch, let's say, a membership club. So they start to put together their launch, or maybe they just get into launch mode. And I see a number of things that happen. Either people who are flogging their email list to death, so they're not refreshing that email list anymore, and they're just selling to the same people who are not currently ready to buy from them. Or just before a launch actually happens, I see people running around trying to get people on webinars and challenges, and it would be way easier. Yes, you want those new people to come on and participate in those things, but it's way easier if you are doing this all the time, so that you already have people finding you every single day and connecting with you and who are then ready to come and work with you. Sometimes in our audiences, we have the wrong people in our audience. So if we don't refresh our audience, if we don't keep calling the right people to us, we might get into launches where we're launching the wrong product to the wrong people, and it isn't the success that you want it to be. And basically, when you are running a business where you don't have a strategy in place that allows you to grow your audience every single day, and I know it can feel difficult, and we're going to tackle that, but this situation, this lack of having the strategy, leads to no sales, or it leads to limited sales, or it leads to launches feeling like really hard work because you've had to run around at the beginning to get people interested in who you are. But people will only buy from you when they've gone through that process of know and trust. So actually, by putting the strategy in place, yes, run webinars, run strategies, challenges, they're brilliant, but it's so much better to run it to people who are already halfway down that track, that they've already maybe gone through the and know bit. And actually, that little bit of extra connection with you through a challenge or a webinar is the bit where trust is developed, and they're like, yeah, I'm in for this, actually. So what to do instead? So if you currently don't have a strategy for growing your audience every single day, the opposite of that is to actually create a strategy where you are growing your audience every single day. And I would say that audience is not just about your followers on social media. This is about getting people onto your email list. Yes, you can launch from social media. Yes, you can attract new clients from social media, but the email list is actually your content. It's what you own, and you're not reliant on it working. You're not reliant on algorithms. This is your audience that you can nurture and, go through that cycle where they are liking, knowing and trusting you, so that you can create amazing products for them that they want and that they've come and buy from you. So your email list is really, really important. It also gives you 2 bites of the launch cherry, doesn't it? So if you were purely going out to the world and telling them about your amazing product or service, and you're only using social media, which has its limitations, but if you're extending that to also an email list that you are nurturing, where you are nurturing those people, is that you've actually, you're expanding your impact in the launch, massively, perhaps even by double. And this is the exciting bit. This is the bit that gets me really excited about this, is that the strategy that I absolutely love that allows you to grow your audience every single day is one that's automated. Because rather than thinking, oh no, I've got something else to do in my business, it's looking at it in a completely different way and thinking, how can I automate this? How can I make this as easy as possible for me to go out into the world, show the world what it is that I've got for them, and actually build an audience who are full of the right people, who are looking for this type of support, and who, in the next stage will be ready to come and work with me. And this is one of the really key things about this strategy, is that you can automate it. So it might be that you only ever have one thing that you go out to the world and you just automate it and it just happens. So it might be that you have a number of things or you refresh them. So maybe, over the course of years, over a year, maybe you have 4 or 5 different things. But you can automate this so well where you can then grow your audience organically. You can choose to run Facebook ads to it. There is so much you can do. And, I'm off next week with my family. It's the children's half term and I'll be travelling with them as doing all the holidays. And I won't be worrying about this because this is going to be set up in the background, running in my business. And it's going to allow me to call more of my soulmate clients to me. And that's exactly what I want for you as well. I want for you to have people getting to know who you are, for you to grow your audience of people who want what it is that you've got, and that you've got an opportunity to get in front of them. Okay. And just as an aside, I'm currently just finishing off my brand new automated growth strategy. That's going to be up and running shortly. And when I've got more information about how that's working and what I've done, I'm going to be really happy to share that with you. So, there's all sorts of different things you can do to actually grow your audience. You might have like an awesome freebie. You might have a group that you want to call people to. You might grow your audience through your content, through connections, through collaborations. There's so many different ways that you can actually create something that your audience wants, put it out there, and you're basically giving them this really juicy chance of do you want this or not? All you have to do is identify what it is that you have that they want, create it into some sort of amazing freebie, create it, automate it, and then get it out there into the world. And as I said, you can do that through both organic and through paid strategy as well. So the thing that I want you to think about now is how you can bring your soulmate clients into your world. What can you do every single day that allows you to go out there and find and connect with your soulmate client and demonstrate your expertise and what it is that you have that they want, so that you can exchange that information for their personal data. That's basically what we're doing, isn't it? And then the second stage is, how can you really maximize the results with this, and how can you automate that? So that's 3 things that are really crucial for you to think about now. So what is it that you've got that allows you to showcase yourself and call in your soulmate clients? How can you automate it, and how you can absolutely maximize this to the full? And I probably suspect that you might have had in the past 1 or 2 freebies. And what happens in many cases is that those freebies just sit on people's websites. And again, we're doing that passive kind of marketing where we're keeping our fingers crossed, hoping that people land on our website and download the freebie. And I'd say, if that's what your strategy is, go back and have a look at your stats and actually see how many people are doing this. How many magical people are finding you, going onto your website and downloading your freebie. If it's a lot, brilliant, you've nailed it. If it's not, you haven't nailed it, have you? So we want to be looking at a strategy that brings in lots and lots of people into your world and onto your email list every single day. And let's keep in mind why we're doing this. We're doing this because we want those people ready to come work with us. And if you think, that's a bit of a push, really, let me just share a story that's absolutely true. So in 2016, I started following a coach who I hadn't heard of before, and her content is amazing. She's a little bit like Marmite. You either love her or you don't. But at the time, she was exactly what I wanted to hear. And over a period of time, which was 7 days, her content was so good that over those 7 days, I knew that the very next thing that she launched, I was investing. And that just goes to show how powerful this is. And it doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't have to spend days creating the most amazing freebie. It might be that you've already got some content that you can use. Maybe you've got an old freebie that you can refresh and use. And I used to go to the kind of trouble of having my freebies like really finessed and beautiful, and you can do that if you want. But actually, one of my secret juices with my clients is to actually get you into action really, really quickly. So this is not about procrastination and perfectionism. This is about saying, look, you're listening to this because you want to know what that one strategy is that everybody forgets about until the last minute. And you've listened to this content so far, and it's like, yeah, actually, I want to reach more of my soulmate clients. I want to increase the profit and the impact that my business makes. And I understand that the way to do that is to grow my audience every single day. So this is not about perfectionism or procrastination. It's about thinking strategically about what it is that you do, what it is that you have available, and getting it out there into the world in exchange for people's details. And obviously there's a whole strategy behind what happens then, but let's just get you off the starting blocks with this. Hi Louise, lovely to see you here. Louise is one of my clients in the 5K Club, and she's awesome at this. She's really, really awesome. And yes, you can run launches where you're running around for 2 or 3 weeks before your launch, gathering people up for webinars and all of those things. And that's absolutely fine, and that can be a great strategy. But what I'm talking about is having a flow of people coming and being part of your world, and for you to have a strategy behind that that actually helps them move through that process of getting to know you, getting to like you, and then moving into the trust element, like in this case I've just talked about, where then people are ready to work with you the moment you put an offer out there. Louise says, yeah, I want to see, so I know that I'm not missing it. Louise is not missing it. Louise is an absolute superstar. So you can do this. This is, as I said right at the beginning, there's lots of BS out there in the world saying that business got to be really difficult. Louise did this in her business. She knew exactly what she wanted to create. She's created it, and it's out there. Oh, thank you, Louise. That's really kind. And to be honest, Louise is completely my soulmate client. And that's what happens when you attract in your people, is that Louise and I are working together. We've worked together for a long time now, and the progress that Louise is making and the understanding that she's got about her business and her ability to go out there and create like passive income, as she did last month, is remarkable. So the only thing I want for you to do is for you to understand this today and to take action. Your action is, right, okay, I hear you, Rachel, I've heard this many times, but I'm ready to take some action today. Sit down, decide what action you're going to take, and put it into action. Just do it. Or the second thing that you could do is that, I hear you, I'm really rubbish at actually taking action in business. I get really stuck, I end up procrastinating, I worry about the content, I don't think it's right. Or you could have lots of freebies that you've already created and you haven't figured out how to get it out there and grow business organically. So if you know that you want some help and support with this, I have capacity in March to work with people privately. And we're talking about, 3-hour coaching sessions where we look at your business, look at your strategy, and we get really super focused on your business and your desired results. And we put this into place. And as I said, one of my secret juices as a business coach is to get you into taking action. So this isn't about saying, hey, I've got a program and it's going to take you 4 weeks to do this. I'm saying let's have a coaching call that's 3 hours. It's really focused. It'll be recorded and we'll get through this. You will map out your freebie. You will map out your funnel. You will figure out how to automate it, how to go out there and get it in front of an audience and grow your audience every single day, and how this leads to a launch of your offer. So if you want some help and support figuring that out, I have opened up my private coaching, which is something I very rarely do, in March. And the best thing you can do is just to have a conversation with me, just to get on a call with me. So this is obviously for people who are serious about taking this forward in their business, is to book a free call with me. It's not going to be a pushy call at all. That's not my style. And for us to have a conversation about what it is that you want, and whether or not I'm the right person to help you get this. So that's kind of my call to action to you today, is don't watch this or watch the replay and kind of go, yeah, I know this, I've got that, and then do nothing. The most important thing is you take action. So you either take action on your own, brilliant, or you recognise that actually you're really good at starting action, but you get stuck. And what you could do with is a deep dive call with me where we figure this out and you get it sorted in March, really quickly, really fast. And you start to grow your audience. They start that whole journey with you where they like, know, and trust you. And then you can put amazing offers out there that they're like, yeah, that's for me. So has anybody got any questions? If you're watching on the replay, by all means, ask me those questions in the replay. I can see that lots of people have joined us just as we've got to the end. If you want a recap of what we've been covering today, I'm really happy to do that. Otherwise, you can watch this back. As I said right at the beginning, this is the strategy that we all know about, but very, very few people actually put it into place. And it can be one of the missing strategies to people, is that we're out there, we're being visible, we're creating videos, we're doing lives, we're creating content, but you've got to be thinking about how you are actually growing your audience so that you have a mechanism, you have a way of nurturing your relationship with these people so that the next time that you've got somebody who's ready to come and work with you, is that your launches are just easy, graceful. They're waiting for you to put that offer out there, and that's what we're talking about today. So don't be harassed, Annie, and running around at the last minute just before you launch, or you realise that you want some cash in your business and running around trying to get people interested in an offer. Is do that work now, and it will make your launches so much easier. And it really, really works. So any questions, let me know. Any questions on the replay, let me know. I am here to help and support you grow your business, just like Louise is, just like I am as well. And when my new automation's set up, I'll let you know how that's going as well. So I'm really happy to be that transparent. Right, guys, if there's nothing else today, I'll let you ponder on that. As I said, I very rarely open up my slots for private coaching, but I have in March. So if you know that this is something you want to get off your desk and sorted, book in a call with me and let's talk about, what that might look like for you. Okay? Have a really great Wednesday. See you for now. Thanks for joining me. Bye.